When you think of kart racing games, surely you'll first think of Mario Kart. The Mario Kart series is the most famous kart racing series out there. It also pioneered and popularized the genre. Super Mario Kart is the first game to implement combat elements within the races. It inspired other popular video game mascots to follow and release their own kart racing game. For some, Mario Kart is probably the one they grew up with and enjoyed the most during their childhood. Others might be Crash Team Racing. But for me, Chocobo Racing for PlayStation 1 is the Mario Kart of my childhood. The 5 or 6-year-old version of me thinks it's the best kart racing game out there. I mean, this is the only kart racing game I ever played until Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. I first discovered this game when I was watching my sister play this game on our PlayStation. I tried the game later on and of course I had a blast. I mean, probably any kid will enjoy this type of game. So for this video, I decided to revisit Chocobo Racing and see if the game is as great as I remember. If you don't know yet, Chocobo Racing was released way back in 1999 and was developed by Squaresoft. And if you also don't know yet, Chocobo series is a part of the Final Fantasy series, so some of the characters of those games are featured here. I never played Final Fantasy or Chocobo games when I was a kid, so I was not really familiar with the characters. So I learned about Chocobos and Moogles through this game. When you start Chocobo Racing, you will be greeted with a skippable 3D intro showcasing the characters competing in a race. It's a fun and amusing cutscene. I love when video games show intros like this. Now, it's rare to see a game with an intro. Most of the time, they just show the developer and publisher of the game. Then you're already in the start screen. Anyway, Chocobo Racing has different modes: Story Mode, Time Attack, Grand Prix, Versus Mode, and Relay Race. If you just feel like racing, then you can do the Grand Prix, where you compete to have the most points after 4 races. You can select the 4 stages you want or randomize it. After a Grand Prix is finished, the winner will get a special cutscene. There is also Time Attack, where you try to get the best lap time, Versus Mode, where you can play one-on-one with someone like a friend or play against a computer, and Relay Race, where you can select 3 racers to compete in a relay match. Let's now focus on the Story Mode. The Story Mode is presented in a style of a pop-up book divided into 9 chapters. Each chapter introduces a new character and a new track to race on. The story is about Chocobo, who was given a pair of rollerblades called Jet Blades by the inventor Sid and suggests testing it on his racetrack. After testing it, Mog appeared and asked about the racing machine he asked for. Sid tells Mog to come back tomorrow, but later confesses to Chocobo that he actually forgotten about it. So the next day, Sid gave a doubtful Mog his racing machine, a scooter. Then Mog challenges Chocobo to a race. After you beat Mog as Chocobo, Mog accuses Sid of his vehicle to be inferior, but Sid defends himself by saying that it's because of the difference in their abilities, not their machines. Then, Chocobo revealed he has a blue crystal attached on his leg ring, which contains his dash ability. Blue crystals contain special abilities like Chocobo's dash and Mog's flap, which he said is a flop. Those special abilities can be used in a race. With Chocobo's dash, your speed will increase for a few seconds, while Mog's flop will make you float to avoid terrain, which is kinda useless. Anyway, of course, Mog got sad not having such a cool ability. So Sid says he heard that many people around the world also have abilities like Chocobo, then suggests that Mog and Chocobo go on an adventure to learn about the secret of the blue crystal. So Chocobo's and Mog's journey began. They meet new characters along the way and challenge them to a race for their blue crystal. But they just tag along in their adventure instead of giving their blue crystal. It is revealed later on that those blue crystals are called Magicite shards. They are part of one large Magicite crystal. The crystal was broken into 8 pieces, and if all the crystals are collected, the gate to Pantasia will be opened. I must say though, Some of the dialogues are amusing, especially Mog's dialogue with the other characters. With his breaking the fourth wall dialogues, greedy antics, and his amusing banter with the other characters, he may not be the main character, but Mog definitely stole the show in this game. A downside is, the story mode is very short. I finished it within an hour, but at least this has a story mode unlike Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. Chocobo Racing features 8 playable characters by default from Chocobo's Dungeon and Final Fantasy series. Each character has their own default ability and vehicle. You can only choose other abilities to use, but you cannot change their vehicle. My favorite to use is Behemoth with his charge ability that also acts like a dash, and also Golem, and his ability that makes your handling much better. Usually I just choose the character and use their own special ability. I don't know why, but it feels wrong for Chocobo to have Goblin's Mog or maybe Golem with the Flap ability. Your opponents can also use their abilities against you. I guess the only irritating ability is Goblin's Mug. The story mode may also serve as the tutorial of the game, teaching you the mechanics of a race. In a race, you can accelerate, brake, and even reverse if you need to. You can also drift or skid to quickly take a corner. There are also magic stones located in a racetrack, similar to the power-up items in Mario Kart. The max you can carry is 3 magic stones. You can activate it as soon as you pick it up or save it until you pick up the same item to increase its power. The more same items you collect, the more powerful your items become. The magic stones are inspired from Final Fantasy games like Fire, Fyra, and Fyraga, Thunder, Thundera, and Thundaga, and so on. Each has their own powerful effect and they are very useful. Your opponents can also pick those magic stones, so prepare to get hit. If you finish the story mode, you'll unlock the Ultima Magic Stone and also a new playable character. The level design of each racetrack is based on the playable characters. As the story progresses, the racetracks get harder, unless you're a Chocobo Racing veteran like me. Well, as long as you know how to skid or drift, I think it's really easy to take a corner in this game. Honestly, I remember some of the stages to be difficult, but when I replayed it now, it's not that difficult as I remember. I don't know, maybe my gaming skills got better, or it's designed to be just difficult for kids. Some tracks have a shortcut that you can utilize to your advantage, or it might be the cause of your downfall. Some of the tracks have an environment that can make you fall off the map, and some have obstacles that will slow you down. I guess the track design is alright, a bit simple but it's still enjoyable in my opinion. My personal favorites are the Manor House, which is the racetrack associated with Black Magician, and the Gingerbread Land, which is associated with Chubby Chocobo. Some of the music tracks in this game are bangers. After playing for a while, the music and sound effects get stuck in you. From the menu theme, the music in every racetrack, and even the music during the dialogue in the story mode are very catchy, although it might be the nostalgia kicking in. I also learned that some of the songs are from older Final Fantasy games. Here are some gameplay showcasing the music and sound effects. In my opinion, Chocobo Racing is very underrated. Well, it's not a masterpiece, but I think it's still an enjoyable game. Chocobo Racing is still fun to play if you want some short bursts of fun, though the story mode is too short. Well, at least it has a story mode compared to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. There are perks of replaying it. You'll unlock secret characters when you finish a story mode multiple times. But the graphics obviously did not age well, if that matters to you. I still think its PS1 graphics are still charming. If you want the modern version of Chocobo Racing, there is its sequel, Chocobo GP, which was released in 2022 for Nintendo Switch. I personally never tried it yet, but I heard it had mixed reviews due to microtransactions, but thankfully they re-released it with all the microtransactions content becoming unlockables instead. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. This is Chipbeat and see you all next time. Peace.